It's Monday. What is up, YouTube? I honestly just always really wanted to do that. Alrighty, so today I'm going to do a makeup routine. This is my personal makeup routine. It can be your makeup routine if you really want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. But yeah, I'm going out to lunch with my mom today, so I just need to generally get ready. But I have like 3 hours, so I'm gonna take my time with it. And like any other girl knows, if you have 3 hours to get ready, you can use that entire 3 hours to get ready. I do have like 10 minutes before I'm supposed to leave. You do not have to slow down. But yeah, let's get into it. So I always see them. What does that mean? I know I like does something with the sound. Wish I knew. It's a little unorganized over here. There is also just like dirt everywhere because I've been repotting a bunch of my plants. I really got into it the last couple months, and then I started propagating them, and then my propagation started growing, and then they grew too much out of their little things, so then I had to move them. Here, I can show you. This is some of them. Yeah. Now they're all just standing here staring at me. I need to water her. I have a bunch in my closet back there. I've pretty much turned that into a greenhouse, but that's another time. Okay, let's get started. Unfortunately, I should go wash my face, so I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've successfully tried to drown myself, I'm also going to put in my contacts, because I don't know if you know this, but humidity and glasses do not work. Yeah, but I wore my glasses to work yesterday, and the first half of work was fine, but then when I got back from my break, I was on bread, and at the end of the night I had to go get all the bread from the freezer and let it thaw out overnight or whatever. Every time I went in the freezer, when I came out, my eyes completely fogged up. And when I was coming out of the freezer, my hands were completely filled to as much as I could hold, so I didn't have to make so many trips. And then I was like, help, help, I can't see Mufasa, point me in the right way. I think, yeah, he did do that. But, yeah. Anyhow, this is what I use to wash my face. Very nice, very clean. Very good. I use this first. I think you're supposed to use a cleanser first. I hear so many things on the internet, and I've watched so many people get ready and all this crap. Everyone is different. Everyone does something different. And honestly, I don't even think it matters what step you do most of the stuff in what way, you know? Like, I use this as well. Technically, these are both a cleanser. I don't know what's the difference. I don't. Between a face wash and a cleanser, I have 2 cleansers. So maybe my face is really clean. I hope. That was the goal. Much dirt. God. I'm so sick of it. Is this why people don't have real plants? I'm starting to get the look. This is my self-care drawer. I just bought 3 little desk organizers from Ross and kind of. Oh, no, my hand. Okay, I'll be right back after I wash my hands. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Also, clean hands. You see? You see? You see? I need to get my nails done. Don't look at that. Now, I know I was just now talking about how things don't need a particular order, but I do put this stuff on in a particular order. Who am I to say that this is the correct order? I am not a professional. Not been trained in anything. I've never seen a dermatologist. With that being said, let's continue. Last time I went to Sephora, they didn't, or Ulta. Last time I went to Ulta, They had these really good cotton pads, and I bought them and I used them all. And then I went back and they didn't have them again. So hopefully this is still good. I don't know if you can tell. I hate the cheap cotton pads, because then you just get that like little strings all over your face. No bueno. So I use the Ordinary toner. Can you see it? Can you see it? Do you love it? And I put it on a little cotton pad. You don't need that much. You really don't. Toner goes a long, long way. And then I just kind of put it everywhere. Mostly where my pores are. You know. Try and tighten those suckers up. I think that's what toner does. I'm not for certain. I haven't even as much as Googled it. I don't believe. I just take people for their word. And then here I am. I don't think I like this cotton pad. It's way too rough. I don't want to exfoliate. The cotton pad's not to exfoliate. Can anyone ever do anything right? I'm being serious. Okay. That was fun. Kind of. I also don't know if that does anything either. But it does make me placebo effect feel like it's getting closer or in my skin better. Oh, I didn't even show you what this was. I'll show you it in a second. Don't you worry. I will not leave you confused. That was this one. Can you see it? Can you see it? Do you love it? Do you love it? Honestly, I got it in a pack. I got it in a pack with one of these. I was really just wanting this. But I was like, you know what? I could get back into serums. In high school, I was so into all of the skincare and this, that, and the other thing. And then, I don't know. I just kind of gave up on it after a while. It did get to be too much, but I mean, it's because everyone added a million steps to every routine. You just gotta figure out what works for you. Like, sometimes I watch these get ready with me, and I'm like, how are you putting 15 creams on your face before you put on makeup? And like, I'm not saying your makeup looks bad. I'm not saying any of it looks bad. But if you're putting 15 on, isn't a couple of those have to be like the same thing? I don't understand. Alrighty, I used to use this one. I don't know the exact difference. I know this is more of a cream base, but it's like empty. I can't get anything out of it anymore. And then I bought a pack thinking it was the same one, but no, we are very different. I mean, to be honest, they are both moisturizers, so I'm not complaining. But see how, come on. Have you ever seen a moisturizer that clear? It reminds me of like whenever people would talk about the snail mucus, whatever that was. I don't know. I've never bought into it. And I just love putting that moisturizer on at the end. Makes me feel so soft. But this one doesn't make me feel as, or no, the one I just used. My new one does not make me feel as soft as this one did. I do still feel sticky, which is good for putting on makeup. What do I know though? I'm not gonna put this on right now, but I just literally, I have probably used this since I was, I mean, for as long as I can remember. My mom had this, my aunt had it. But this spot treatment, if you ever have acne and you need to just knock that sucker out, just put it on there, babe. Just a thick little glob on top of it overnight. we're gone. Alrighty, and then this is my last. Technically, it says it's a serum. I don't think this is a serum. Warmer Glow. I don't know. But I just kind of put it on my cheekbones. There was like a TikTok I watched of this one makeup artist, and they were like, this is essentials for your makeup pack. And I was like, well, why don't I just buy makeup that, makeup gurus use? Not makeup gurus. Makeup artists, you know? They're not gonna lie. They're like, this is what I keep in my pack and I put on other people's faces. They're not getting paid to tell me what's in my bag, you know? I mean, some people are, but I didn't get that vibe, if you know what I mean. Alright. We have finished with our skincare. And we are going to move on to our face. I definitely know I do a lot of these steps incorrectly. Not on the right path. I don't care. I like how my makeup looks. And you will too. Just hold on. The first thing I put all over my face, or just a little bit, is this. I'm a MAC girly. Put me at the MAC cosmetic stand. I could be there all day. It truly is the best, I think, for my skin type. I went through a long journey of being like, I have oily skin, so I didn't know if I needed cream-based makeup. I didn't know if I needed powder-based. I tried both. Neither worked. I looked oily or I looked dusty. I couldn't really figure out an in-between. And now I figured out that there is a reason people put cream and then powder. I'm sorry I judged you. I just thought you guys were being dramatic of adding steps. That's the only step that's necessary, I believe. Because before I was like, why are you putting on two different, because I thought it was like two different foundations. A powder foundation and a cream foundation. And I'm like, I don't need that much coverage. I don't have that bad of acne, to be honest. Thank you, Lord. Bless me with that. But, you know, like, I still want to have a good base. I don't want it to run away on me. And especially when I sweat and run around the restaurant, my little mustache would come off and it'd be like white beat. Not cute. So this is the best method I've found to beat that. But here we are. The one I wanted originally was more of a thicker material or a thicker consistency. This is a really thin. I don't use that much. Like, we're getting really, really fast. Honestly, it doesn't have to look good. We're going to be blending in everything with everything. How we look? Are we scared yet? Don't be. Okay, one thing I did forget to do, again, is wet my big old beauty blender. Can you believe it? Also, I thought people were being dramatic when they got the big beauty blender. It literally just saves time. Why are we using the teeniest little, I mean, some people use beauty blenders that are like that big. And you're like, oh, you did that. No, girl, let me get over. I gotta be somewhere to be. So I'm gonna go get this wet and I'll be right back. Whoa, what are you looking there? We got a sponge. We got a sponge. I try not to sit this on anything because I am scared of disease. And not disease, germs. That's what I was thinking of. Just sitting on stuff, it's a job to absorb, so let's be careful. Alrighty. I go back and forth on which of these I do first. I like to do the contour first and then blend this into it because it sometimes gets a little bit of a harsh line on it. This is Miss Anastasia Beverly Hills. Love, love, love. another thing I was so adamantly against for so long is a cold contour. I was like, I don't want to look dead. Why does everyone look gray? And there are the girls that only use this and they look gray and they look bad. And I should not have let those girls discourage me just because they don't know how to do makeup. I love, 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 love. First time I've had a cream contour ever. I've only ever used just bronzer. Silly me. Thinking that was enough. Anywho. I don't put too much on. I kind of just like do that. There's like a little bit of a, I mean, to be honest, I don't have the most chiseled face, but there is a little bit of a jawline or whatever here that I follow. I also do this, and I do that, and I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this, and then I do that. Sometimes I do this. I'm not doing that today. Why? I don't want to. No, honestly, I don't care. I honestly like, I'll do that. I like to do like back here a little, just to give it a little bit more dimension. I have my hair up, and then kind of blend it in this way. But if you do the full jaw contour, you better be wearing nothing that's going to be touching your face. You better have the best posture. That's all I can say about that. So let's go ahead and blend this in. This is our contour side, so we're going to use our contour side. Okay, okay, okay. Hey. And then I also just do order of operation. What did I put on my face first? Okay, well, I'm going to blend that in first. I don't want nobody getting crusty. I don't want nobody trying to stick around and make dramatic lines on my face. That's not your job. That's my job. You do your job. I want to do eyeshadow later. What, I mean, it goes ahead and gives you that dimension on your eye. That way if you just want to garage door it, people will be like, oh my gosh, you did so good with your eyes. And it's like, girl, I use one color on here. If you put like a purple on here, it's going to look darker because we got contour over here. And people will be like, oh, no, 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 no. Like, I got places to be. And sure, I love doing a dramatic eye. I'll do them all the time. During the winter, I went through a period of time where I was just trying to go through the rainbow. I had yellow eyes, blue eyes, pink eyes. She could be red, I could be blue, I could be violet skies. You get the point. But, I don't know, some at the summer just gives, you know, bronzed. Oh, I just woke up this way. Oh, me? Yeah. I just got up. Of course, I'll come over. I don't know. It just does not blend correctly. I don't know if you can see it. I hate looking at it. That's why I don't do neck contour, neck makeup. Blend it down your neck. Blend it down your neck. How about you blend it down my neck? Because I don't know what I'm doing. Anywho, I have been trying to get better at putting the tops back on. Everything has a top right now. It's a miracle. I don't know how I did it. But I'm so bad at just like losing tops, just leaving things upright so it doesn't spill out. We love organization. And I do not put a lot of this on, especially now that I'm getting a little bit more tan because of summer. I mean, that's pretty much it. This is also a MAC Must Need. I know some people just use this as their overall foundation. It's a skin tint. I feel like maybe if I got a darker one of these, I could do that. It is very, what's the word? Like shiny, glowy, dewy, if you will. A dewy skin tint. And I like that. I really do. But I couldn't imagine that all over my face. Could you? the right side. Like, can you tell? And the best thing about using a beauty blender is that it builds up product. And I don't, when I squeeze it out in the sink, I don't squeeze, like you know what I mean? Like, I try to keep as much product in the beauty blender, because a fresh beauty blender, if it's all clean, there goes all of your makeup. Bye. Especially with a big one like this, it's just going to absorb all of your makeup. So I try to keep some in the beauty blender. Can you stop judging me? God. I mean, who is even talking to you? Alright guys, now it's time for powder. This is my favorite part, because this is when everything kind of comes together. It starts looking like I can walk out of the house. For my powder, oh my god, this is a Morphe powder? I thought this was MAC. I think I had a MAC. I don't know. I love this powder. I'll probably get a MAC one next. But we're just going basic Morphe. Bake and set. Setting powder. Translucent. Is it translucent? Y'all be the judge. Because it definitely makes me not translucent. I'll tell you that. I grew up watching my mom and like grandmother do powdered makeup like this. I remember what was the name of it? I have to look it up. But my mom had a set of all these different powders, and they all looked like this, but they were different sizes, and they were like dark and like either contour, bronzer, everything was powder. I can't imagine. And that's kind of why I was against powder to start off with. But it does look fun. Not because it didn't look good. It looked good on them. It was because when I tried to put it on me, I just looked like a dust bunny, you know? But it always felt like that was a key part of makeup, is the powder. I mean, we literally have a powder room. It's called the powder room. And I try to get it just in this crevice. It's not like 2016, whenever the girls... Also another reason I was against it. These girls used to be... I mean, they would use a whole one of these every time, you know? Not me. Get it under those eyes. Blend it in. Now I have found you can put too much. Try not to put too much. Just as much as you need to absorb moisture and let it stay all day. And I just keep, like, once it's in, I just keep going around. That way it's all blended evenly. No, it's packed in there real good. Okay. I think it is going to be. Okay. We're back. I had to charge my camera for a little bit because I have the world's shortest lifespan of a camera. I swear. I've had this camera for a while now, and I got it, I don't know, it was just in a drawer for a very long time. There's old footage of a Taylor Swift concert on this camera from like her first like debut. I had her debut album. Like, I didn't, to be honest, I'm not the best Swiftie. I didn't really keep up a lot of the time. But, I mean, I was there for debut album. I did see her in concert. Whenever they did Picture to Burn on stage, oh my god, that killed me as a child. I went with my cousin. It was beautiful. I think I saw her in concert twice. One time I went with my sister and my parents. My parents went both times. But, anywho, back to what we were doing. I have the Milani bronzer. Honestly, I was just desperate for a bronzer. I didn't even know which one. This is the best one I've found. I've never really loved any bronzer I've had, to be honest. I'm just always so scared of being orange. And like look like I way over contoured or whatever. Because that look was not whatever. I think it's like the British makeup that I'm thinking of. But I think the British makeup, I think they just never left 2016. I think they were like, yeah, that was good. We're just never gonna evolve. Even though makeup has come a century and a day. I mean, it's crazy to think that like our moms didn't have beauty blenders, obviously. I'm not that stupid. But like so many different things. Like they didn't have anything really for their eyebrows, eyeshadow, or remember those ugly little, like the white tips, like a little sponge? They didn't stand a chance. But I mean, Cleopatra, all of them in the past, we've always had makeup. They've always figured out a way. You know why? Because it's fun. We've always wanted to. And what's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. I don't like any of what I just said. Oh, oh, oh my god. It's because that beauty blender. I gotta leave it out. It's so big now that it's wet. To be honest, sometimes I don't wet it fully under the water. I just kind of spray it, or I don't do anything at all. It works either way. I mean, you don't wet your brushes. You can. Okay, I just did my bronzer. Do I love it? Do I hate it? Oh, I didn't do my eyes. Oh, I also have this bronzer brush. I got it from Five Below. I used to love Five Below. They've really fallen off. I mean, not really. They still have some fun decor stuff, but now it's like 15 and above or beyond. 5 and beyond or whatever they call it. Dumb. I remember when what do you call it? Squishmallows first came out, and they were at Five Below, and I wasn't obsessed with the small ones. I did like it, and I did like the little cards that they came with that gave them like a little personality. But what I loved was a little mini mystery Squishmallows. Oh, I got all of them. I collected as many as I could. I mean, they were like $3, and it was like me and my friends would go and we'd grab a bunch, and then we'd sit in the parking lot and open them. And now people do it on live and do it with the snow angels and la boo-boos or Pokemon cards, you know. Everybody loves a good mystery. Okay, I don't like having too much blush, so what I do is I put a little bit of blush on, and then I go back over it with my bronzer brush. Yeah, but anywho, I lost all of them. I don't know where they went. I don't know if you can see. I have 2 here. This is Ben. Ben has been around forever. He has seen everything. I've slept on Ben. I've cried on Ben. I've thrown Ben at things. But we love Ben. And Ben loves us. But, yeah. I've kept a couple. I used to have so many. I was really a collector. But eventually I was like, this has to stop. I gave them to my younger siblings. And I was like, y'all can keep them. Y'all can get rid of them. They're cute. They're fun. You can put them on a couch. I don't care. I need them out of my way. And I'm going to do my mascara. I do have like 10 minutes before I'm supposed to leave. Oh, but I'm just so happy I'm recording this because I love editing. I love just sitting and making it funny, going through it, and just, you know, being creative. When I was younger, I used to love forcing my friends to make movies with me on iMovie, which is what I'm editing on right now. Hi, Lexi editing. Hey, past Lexi. You should probably hurry though, because you are going to be late. I will let you know that. Even though you did have 3 hours. But yeah, I used to love the trailers, the horror trailers. Oh, God, we'd go in the woods and like make murder mysteries. I used to love Video Star too. That was one of my favorite apps too. We did so for a small part of time I did have braces, and when I had braces I had a gap tooth and I think an overbite, or I don't know which one. Anywho, I had headgear. It was removable. I didn't have to wear it all the time. And I don't even know to this day if I ever even wore it at night. Probably a couple times. But we did a last Friday night Katy Perry music video. It was so funny. I would do anything. If I could get back in a time machine, I would go and collect all my old iPads and all of that footage. God, it was before the cloud, guys. And I left that iPad sitting outside and it rained. And it was not recoverable. It was devastating. But I just remember us filming it and like going up to each of our parents being like, watch this. Isn't this the best thing? And they did crack up. It was hilarious. But alas, yet another lost media. I try to roll. Do you ever do that? I do a little bit of a fake freckle. I'm sorry. I have freckles, but I cover them up. So sue me. Also, my younger sister, she has the most beautiful, both of my sisters have the most beautiful freckles. She's covered in them and I love them so much. She's not liked them. And isn't that always the case? It's always the girls with like the beautiful red hair and they're like, I dye it black. What do you mean? You've been gifted. That is your job. It is your debt to society to show me and be confident in your hair. Your curly hair, let it be curly. Stop fighting it. As I sit here with my hair in braids, because I have pin straight hair. If I get out of the shower and then just brush my hair, it goes down like that. And I hate it. It looks like I'm wearing a helmet because I get greasy hair too. It's the worst thing in the world. Anywho, I don't have time. I don't have time to talk to you guys. Just kidding. I always have time. But just not right now. I'm going to take my hair down. My hair is probably going to be greasy, so you're going to have to ignore that. What do you guys put in your hair for whatever? Because I do baby powder. And I stole it from my sister. I don't think she still does it. But it's literally the same thing. And if you put it on your body, it can't be bad to put it in your hair. You know? Like if you can smother a baby in it, I can put it in my hair, right? Oh, it is not as curly as I thought it was going to be. I worked a double yesterday and it was so hot and humid. And I had my hair braided like this all day. That's why it's going to be greasy. But I also thought I would have some curl to it. When there's some, that's not what I want. I officially have to be out the door right now. But it's okay. We're just gonna brush it out. Put it in a little bun. And I put it in a bun. And I can put it in a bun. I got my edges back. I feel that video on such a real level because I've always had long hair, crazy hair, braided hair, and like 4 years ago, I cut it down to my shoulders. Ugh, worst decision I ever made, and everyone told me not to do it. Everyone said I was going to regret it, and I said I have to do it. And you know what? I did it, and I'm glad I did it, because I'll never do it again, because I can just look back at those pictures and go, oh. Because I didn't know what to do with it. I'm sure if I did it now, I'd be able to do some good with it. It's honestly what taught me how to braid, because it was the only way I knew how to do anything with my hair was put some braid in it and just put it back, because anything else looked like absolute tartar sauce, you know? It looked like I was a crazy woman. Yeah, I don't know. It's snowing! I look crazy, and that's okay, 'cause I don't care anymore. Oh, hello. And I'ma put it in a bun. Perfect. Alrighty. I do have to skedaddle. It's been lovely talking to y'all. Maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I won't. Until then, bye! Hey, so I did not want you guys to think that I just concealer lipped you guys. I put on chapstick and I wiped off the concealer and all that other stuff. I forgot to do that. I was in a little bit of a rush, but I did not want y'all to think that of me. Please forgive. Thank you. Bye.